It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson here with my 2K Sports broadcast partners. I bet you can just feel the Valentine's Day love coming from Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Or maybe you can't, which would also be a good thing.
I can. Hold my hand, Ernie.
You didn't get my chocolates?
Hold his hand, Kenny.
Oh, well, I
hold his hand, man.
Come on.
I'm not.
Come on, let's.
And thank you for joining us for this Valentine's Day presentation of the NBA. It's a matchup you're going to love right here on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And it's another road game for the Spurs. Well, they're certainly excited about this one. And they'll be laying it all on the line as the intensity is palpable. Two top caliber. Teams facing off on the hardwood to do battle.
And they're 1-0 against them this season, and this is the final matchup. So a little bit of extra incentive tonight, knowing they have a chance for the season sweep.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, whether it's 2 games or 20, you love to go unblemished against any opponent over the course of the season. Of course, the opposite is just as true. Getting swept is no fun at all.
A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. Defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Aldridge out there with the Olynyk. And it's Sloan in at the 1 spot. And he gets it to go. Sloan's got the first points on the scoreboard for San Antonio.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
On defense, the Magic. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And that was one of the few times that you'll see a team just lack fight defensively in losing that game.
Yeah, and I know their fans may not want to hear it, but the reality and the truth is the defensive end of the floor was not what it needed to be in terms of effort.
The wide open look here for Oladipo. Great look there, but off target. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. Ball's knocked loose. Leonard with the ball, picked up by Harris. And it's blocked by Gordon. Here's Houdini. Harris outside. The 3, and he gets it to go. Harris has got himself on the board with 3 there.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Here's Aldridge. The Magic getting the bucket. San Antonio again missing. Here's Houdini. He's covered by Leonard. Harris outside. Here's Houdini. He's coming off a 34-point game against the Hornets in Charlotte.
A gigantic game for him at the free throw line. He was an instigator, drawing a ton of contact and really just hunting for the whistle.
The Magic shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Here's Sloan. He feeds it to Olynyk. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skill as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight. That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Houdini. The kick out to Oladipo. And again, it's Orlando with a three.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Now here is Harris. 8 points his last outing. Here's Houdini. Kicks it to Gordon. Pass to Houdini. And again, it's Orlando converted.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Here's Leonard. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And let's quickly jump to the 2K leaderboard to find out which point guards have been the highest scorers over the last month. Freak number 1.
Being at the top of that list, I mean, he's obviously been able to take it upon himself to give his team an offensive jolt whenever they've needed it.
And that's value added for a point guard. I mean, when you're playing that position and you score and do the other things he does, he creates offense for his teammates, and he can get his own offense too.
Spurs trail by 5. Passes to Leonard. Lets it fly. Payne grabs the board.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
The shot's good from Houdini.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And that one's good. Sloan's got his second basket of the night. Here's Orlando now. They're on a 17-6 run. Here's Houdini. He's got 9. Gordon kicks to Payne. Back to Gordon. Here's Houdini. In transition, here comes San Antonio, and it's blocked. And now Orlando on the break. And the rejection by Jang. Outside Leonard. Fires from the wing. That's good. Leonard's got his second bucket. Orlando leading by 4. Here's Houdini. Even when an opposing defense is giving him everything he can handle, he still finds a way to score. He's averaging over 33 points a game. Vucevic with the bucket.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
For the Magic, Nene, he's checked in for Vucevic. Spurs trail by 8. On the court for San Antonio here in the second. They've got Anderson. Donald Sloan out there with Green. Then there's Cole Aldrich. And it's Diaw in at the power forward position.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Orlando's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Hornets had a huge game. He ended up with 34 points and seemed to be seeing the action in slow motion, piling up a huge amount of assists. Just numbers that really jump out at you in a box score.
All right, thanks so much, Doris. What a great report, and what a jaw-dropping performance that was, guys.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I mean, he's given himself a hard act to follow here tonight.
You know what? But as good as he was, it's hard to think there won't be at least some sort of carryover effect, guys. I mean, he still has to be riding pretty high.
Now here's Payne. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. Here's Houdini. Kicks it out to Johnson. Wide open look. And it's Orlando with another.
And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure has seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today.
Sloan passes to Diaw. Dishes to Anderson. He kicks to Aldridge. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Here's Houdini. Kicks it out to Johnson from deep. Rebounded by the Spurs. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
The offense just struggled mightily in that game. They went stretches where points just became very difficult to come by.
And ironically, their play wasn't that bad. It was just their shot making that went AWOL.
Now Johnson. Diaw missing on the three. Now Anderson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Azania, defended by Anderson. Johnson, the pass to Houdini. Johnson the screen. Here's Houdini, and there's the foul. It's on Donald Sloan. Orlando making some changes. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Azania. And it's Victor Oladipo in for Payne. San Antonio also making some changes. Olynyk, he's checked in for Aldridge. And it's LaMarcus Aldridge in for Boris Diaw. Spurs trail by 7. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Orlando's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Here's Houdini. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Houdini's got 12.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Kevin, we've got a moment here to take a look at what the Spurs have done as far as NBA stats go over the last month. Second in steals, second in free throw percentage, and they're ranked third in team blocks, getting after it defensively in the paint.
And going back to their steals ranking, you have to appreciate the quick hands. I mean, the ball's never safe when they're on the prowl, and I think that mentality is what bothers opponents. Perfect approach for what the D was showing on that possession.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Magic moving the ball around. Back to Gordon. Oladipo for three. And again, it's Orlando with the three.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
To the paint. Here's Olynyk. And taken away by Johnson. Here's Houdini. At the elbow, it's Gordon. Johnson, the pass to Houdini. Back to Johnson. There's the dish to Oladipo. The feed to Vucevic. Clock at 2. Johnson's shot is off.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
Here's Sloan. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
Harris is checked in for Wesley Johnson. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for San Antonio.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
Anderson dishes to Sloan. Buries it from three-point range. Sloan's got 7 points in the game. Magic leading by 6. Here's Houdini. He's got 12. In the corner, it's Harris. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far. Here's Sloan. He's got 7. He dishes it to Aldridge. Leonard with the ball. Picked up by Harris. Here's Sloan. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. He's got 10. Orlando's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Here's Houdini, hooked away. Anderson with the ball. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Aldridge kicks to Leonard. Floats one, and he gets it to go. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Spurs.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, how about how well they defended the rim? Not just blocking shots, but also altering them here in this first half. I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg.
That'll do it for the first half.
Well, Nick, a competitive.
Resume our Valentine's Day broadcast. Glad to have you with us.
When you're hot, and that's certainly been the case for Houdini. He has 12 points and 6 assists. He's really opened up things for his passing by having so much success from the three-point line.
Yeah, a double threat, really, in a big way today.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Orlando, Oladipo and Harris are the wings. Gordon and Vucevic together in the post, and it's Houdini at the point guard position. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one on Olynyk.
And you know what? Saved what was likely to be a dunk.
And, you know, under the circumstances, Greg, that's a good foul. You just can't let him have that throwdown.
All free throws good from Houdini.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Here's Sloan to the inside. Up it goes, and the Magic lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from LaMarcus Aldridge.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second one.
Houdini. Oladipo outside. Vucevic a screen on Green. And Oladipo, here we go. Vucevic with the bucket.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
And Sloan kicks to Leonard. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And he sinks the second. Magic leading by 8. Here's Houdini. Pass to Vucevic. Leonard with the steal. Green kicks to Leonard. Now the pass to Olynyk. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Olynyk's got 5 points so far.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Knocks it loose. Olynyk with the steal. Here's Sloan. He's got 10. Green, the pass to Olynyk. Leonard with no one around. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Orlando's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Here's Houdini. He's got 14. Feeds to Gordon. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
The Magic have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6. That one is no good. Spurs trail by 7. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Olynyk dishes to Sloan. He feeds it to Olynyk. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And the Magic making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for San Antonio. Diaw comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Johnson, wide open, he fires. A three-pointer off the mark. San Antonio's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Outside Gordon. Here's Vucevic, and Aldridge sends it back. 4-on-3 break. The 9-foot shot. Got a hand on it.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Here's Sloan after Wesley Johnson's bucket. And Sloan kicks to Diaw. Drops in the tray.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
And the foul on Cole Aldrich. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. No good from Houdini.
And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have the range.
Yeah, you speaking from experience? We already know how good his range is. He shouldn't be firing from that deep, though.
Now Diaw following the three-point attempt by Freak. 5 on the clock. And here's Leonard from 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Aldrich. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Boy, it sure could, Kevin. I mean, he salvaged 2 big points for them off that miss.
Here's Houdini following the score by Cole Aldrich. And it's Sloan with the rebound.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Orlando making some changes. Nene, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Hezonja comes in for Johnson. And it's Payne in for Victor Oladipo. Jang, he's checked in for San Antonio. West comes in for Boris Diaw. And the dunk by West.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
Well, it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
San Antonio trailing here. Jang, a screen. Kicks it out to Leonard. Pass to Dang. Just his first attempt. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Here's Houdini. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And let's see the leading three-point teams in the NBA. Number 1, the Magic.
You know, unlike some of the other team statistics, there are a few key guys who have helped get them to the top of the leaderboard more than other teams. I mean, this is an outstanding three-point shooting team. They take advantage of their strengths by getting good looks from behind the arc.
Both free throws good from Houdini. Spurs have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Here's Sloan. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all. Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Here's Sloan. He's got 10. That's tipped. Here's Houdini. Nene outside. Kicks it to Payne. Here's Houdini. He's got 19. 5 on the clock. Orlando needs to get off a shot. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. 8 points for Vucevic.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And I'd be interested to know
Patience. Patience. Taking early threes is leading to long rebounds, which equal to transition points. Make the defense move, and let's pass up a good shot for a great shot.
Orlando making some changes. Tobias Harris comes in for Nikola Vucevic. Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Nene. Aaron Gordon comes in for Hezonja. Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for Payne. And Houdini subbed in for Payton. San Antonio also making some changes. Olynyk, he's checked in for Gorgie Dang. Aldridge comes in for Donald Sloan. And Boris Diaw is subbed for Green. Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Green comes in for Boris Diaw. And Donald Sloan subbed in for West. On the floor for San Antonio starting the fourth quarter. Defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Kelly Olynyk is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Sloan at the 1. So he gets them both. Spurs trail by 8. Outside, Green. Aldridge a screen. Can they get it? Olynyk trying to break loose. Aldridge misses.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Exactly. I mean, no way you expect him to miss that shot.
Now, here's Oladipo. Down low. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
They just can't miss. Everything they put up, it seems, goes in.
You know, sometimes you're the bug, and sometimes you're the windshield. They are certainly the bugs tonight. Nothing going their way.
And I'm not even sure that I'd want to be the windshield.
No, maybe the windshield wiper.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
You look at what Sloan has done so far. 13 points, and the assist numbers, tremendous.
His court vision is on par with anybody. I mean, he could not pass the ball any better than he is right now.
Now, here's Oladipo. And stolen by Aldridge. Here's Leonard. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Well, I like what they're doing inside here in the second half. I mean, they're still trailing, but they're showing a lot of grit down low in the paint.
Magic leading by 4. Here's Houdini to the right side. Vucevic to the pass to Gordon. Here's Houdini. Back to Gordon. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Magic lead by 6.
I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
This is when the defenders...
Look at that jam!
Beautiful. Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented. For plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
6 to shoot. Here's Aldridge. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Orlando.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've really been on fire from beyond the arc tonight, too. I mean, a lot of their points have come from out there.
There's the screen. Inside. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw.
He did the important part at the line there, the heavy lifting, if you will. Made this a two-possession game.
Here's Sloan. Up it goes, and the Magic lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Green. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Houdini. Picked by Vucevic. Off the screen. Oh! It's not possible what we just caught. Is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner. It is possible.
And think about it, guys. That's one of the few guys in the entire league who can pull off something like that.
That's good.
They're doing their best to erase the deficit here with some smart passes and some good shooting. I mean, those two things go hand in hand. If you're going to make shots, then the passes have to be on target and on time.
Oladipo, the pass to Houdini. Shot by Gordon, wide open. And again, it's Orlando converting.
And tired legs affect you at the defensive end first, and that's what we're seeing here.
You called it, Greg. As much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
Yep, it goes, and the Magic lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Sloan. The Magic have gone 5 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Picked by Vucevic to the middle. Terrific design on the pick play. He lays it in. And the Magic lead by 5.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Aldridge kicks to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Passes it to Olynyk. Here's Aldridge. Here's Green. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Magic leading by 3. Here's Houdini. Kicks it out to Gordon. The pass to Houdini. Vucevic up top. Count that one. Vucevic has got 4 this quarter.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break. He told his team to keep looking for three-point opportunities, saying their perimeter defense isn't doing a good job getting out on our shooters. So let's keep firing away until they decide to guard us.
Here's Olynyk, and he uses the glass on the layup.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
Here's Houdini. The kick out to Oladipo. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
The shot quality is very good here, and they're making most of them this half.
Yeah, converting at a really high level. The field goal percentage continues to creep upward.
.158 left in the fourth quarter. And it's Aldridge missing.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. That went on Olynyk. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Here's Sloan. Outside Aldridge. Inside Olynyk. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, it's been a good game tonight for Olynyk. He has 9 points, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's just made a lot of very heads-up plays, and his defense really has been a difference maker. Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here. in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Spurs trail by 7. Green dishes to Sloan. Rejected by Harris. Orlando, they've gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the fourth quarter. Really getting it done. Once again off the mark, Orlando. San Antonio's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Here's Aldridge. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
There's the pick. Up off the screen. Pops loose off the pick and hammers it home.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Perfectly designed and perfectly executed.
And Sloan kicks to Aldridge. Outside, Green. And here's Leonard from 3. It falls! And now they trail by just 4.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Perfectly done at the stripe there. That brings their lead up to an even more comfortable level. No time to spare. They need a bucket.
Without question. Then maybe a steal or a foul to get the clock stopped as well.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions. No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
And so it's Orlando winning this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know, it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubts that they'd come out on top.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. Now time to head over to the studio where the award-winning Ernie Johnson is with Shaq and Kenny, all standing by. Guys, take it away.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
Boom, 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 boom. That's right, Ernie. Instruments. This guy was instrumental tonight in making sure they avoided a second straight loss. They needed somebody to step up tonight, and he was their guy.
He was putting passes on a platter for these guys, leading them straight to the basket for easy buckets. He finished with 13 assists. And as good as that total was, it still doesn't reflect what a supreme job he did running their offense.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal.